I guess, sure. Okay. All right. So we are live here. Here, let's rearrange some more. Here with our NBA 2-month recap, awards, whatnot. Update theme-a-boo. So, we shall begin.
Okay.
Let's do a simple little standing update. So,
Okay. Hello, listeners.
Sure. The Q&A section is open, so shoot NBA questions in there if you have them, and we will more than likely answer them if we get any. So, shall begin in the East.
In the East.
As of today, December 28th, 2015, before the games of today.
Before the games of today.
Your current standings out East.
Okay.
Here, in order from the 1 seed. Cleveland.
It's not a surprise.
Atlanta. Miami. Toronto. Indy. Boston. Chicago. Then Orlando is currently the 8 seed.
Number 8.
Then out of the playoffs, you have Charlotte, Detroit, Washington, the Knicks, Milwaukee, Brooklyn, and to everyone's surprise, Philly.
Philly is in 15th place.
Yes.
They got really good shoulders. They're holding up the whole league.
Yes. So, here in the East, if you're looking at a team that may fall out of the playoffs,
Yeah, the top 8.
currently, yes,
Okay.
because, there's going to be a lot of jostling going on for probably
Yes.
basically the 4 through 8 seeds are, even all the way up to the 2 seeds, are really just
Yes.
a wash in the East right now. Cleveland only has a game lead,
On Atlanta.
actually. So it's not like they're running away with the 1 seed.
Well, you go down to number 11, Washington.
They're only 5 games out of first.
There's only 5 games out of first.
Right.
So there could be a whole lot of jostling in the next month.
Right. But if you're looking at a team currently in the playoffs that could fall out, I'm looking at that 7 seed, Chicago, right now.
Chicago's been having some problems.
They're having a lot of problems.
They're falling.
Right.
Noah's
Internal
hurt.
chemistry, yeah, that hurts too.
Internal
Internal chemistry has been
hurting.
horrific. The coaching has not been very good either.
Coaching has not been that good.
Hoiberg's been pretty bad.
Butler called him out on that.
Right. But,
So, yes.
out of the 8 teams in the playoffs right now, the only one I'm really feeling safe of them staying outside of Cleveland is probably Miami, who's the 3 seed right now.
Probably Miami, yes.
Like Atlanta, yeah, they could fall out easily. The rest of the teams
They
could fall out.
they could fall out.
You have Charlotte and Detroit who, last week, Charlotte was the 2 seed.
Yes.
And they're now in 9th.
They're not. You go on a 2-game losing streak, you can go from second to 9th.
yeah.
2-game losing streak, you could be out of the playoffs. So right now, any of the team, even Cleveland, who's not playing all that well.
No.
I know we know they're pretty safe.
Yeah.
But if they don't shape up,
Well, they ain't going to fall out of the playoffs,
no.
barring a LeBron injury. They're
Yeah.
not going to fall out.
Well, if that happens, okay.
Even if they fall to maybe the 3 seed.
No, they won't fall out. Okay.
Even if they fell to the 3 seed come playoff time, do we really think they're not going to win the East? Even if they were the 4 seed?
Yeah, not right now.
Right. Who else is going to give them a challenge? Miami maybe, but Miami's offense is dreadful.
Yeah.
That's really about it.
It's probably Cleveland. They will probably remain and keep the number 1 seed.
Right.
But if they don't play a little better, which I'm sure they're just will slack off a little.
Yeah.
We're in danger of losing the number 1 seed. Okay, we'll go on a 5-game winning streak.
Right. I mean, this is a team now, like, fully healthy with the talent they have. They can rip off 15, 20 straight wins if they really wanted to.
Oh, yeah, if they really wanted to, they could. That, there's no doubt.
Right. Which I guess takes us to the West. Starting in the 1 seed, we have Golden State, San Antonio,
Okay.
OKC.
Okay.
Then we get to the weird section of the West.
Weird
And
section.
it's Clippers, Dallas, Memphis, Houston, Utah, Sacramento, Portland, Denver, Phoenix, Minnesota, New Orleans, and the Lakers.
Yes. Okay.
Here's the thing in the West, right? For the past 3-4 years, we've all been talking about, oh, the West is so much better, and the East is so terrible because, like, 3 sub-500 teams get in the playoffs.
Yes. Not this year.
No, that's going to happen in the West, maybe. I mean, granted, right now there's 1 playoff team that is sub-500, which is the 8th seed. Oh, there are 4 games under 500.
They're 4 under.
But
It's possible that a team in the West could be under 500
right,
in the playoffs. And
Right.
It's possible a team in the East will be over 500 and not make the playoffs.
right. Now, in the West,
In the West.
I mean, there's no doubt Golden State, San Antonio, and OKC are the 3 best teams in the conference.
Yes.
But are you going to try to tell me this current broken beyond repair version of the Clippers is the 4th best team in the West?
No.
'Cause it's what? Clippers, Dallas
No.
is the 4th best team. Is it still Houston? Sure ain't Memphis.
With Blake Griffin out for the Clippers, and Houston actually turning it around a little,
Is it now Houston's the 4th best team?
I'm going with Memphis or Houston.
Memphis.
And it might be Houston, yes. Yes, Memphis just, I don't know. They can play good and they can play bad. If you get the good Memphis team, yes.
Which we have not yet seen this year.
We've seen it a few times.
Not really.
But they are a mess.
I mean, sure, the 20-point beatdown of the Lakers last night was good, but
They're-
it's the Lakers.
They're still in 6th. But I'd probably give 4th to Houston.
To Houston still.
Yes. I know they're in 7th.
I know, but
But they have turned it around.
okay.
I think Harden
Well.
has actually shown up now a couple times.
Yeah, Harden had to play himself into shape.
But he is
So-
back, I think.
They figured a little something out, but
Yes.
I mean, Houston looks bad. Memphis is bad. Dallas looks okay.
Okay.
The Clippers are just broken.
Clippers are broke.
I mean, Chris Paul's looked sad.
Yes.
DeAndre Jordan. I mean, they're starting 2 basically offensively incompetent people
Okay.
in their starting 5. They're starting Jordan and Mbah Moute. They're
Okay.
starting. And both of them average maybe a combined 10 points a
That's
game.
not really good, is it?
I mean, it's really sad. They have no backup point guard. Really. They try to
Okay.
use Rivers in that, but he doesn't pass. And you try to use Jamal Crawford in that, he doesn't pass.
He won't pass.
So, I mean, in effect, your second point guard is Blake Griffin,
Who's out?
which is not a bad thing, but still.
No, but he's out now for a while.
Well, yes, he is out at least 2 weeks,
So,
but which really means about 3 because he'll be reevaluated in 2, which means if he's clear to practice, then it's about a
it
week
might be
or
another
so
week.
before he's
Yeah.
fully back. So 3 weeks at the least, he's going to
Depending
be
on how
gone.
bad they need him,
Right,
he could come back.
right.
I mean, I'm looking at their schedule. They play Washington tonight. They're on the road
Mm-hmm.
at Washington, then Charlotte, then New Orleans. And that finishes out this year. Next year, so they start against Philly. Then they go at Portland. So that's about when he could come back, and that's not a tough schedule.
Is that Philly, Portland? Is that home for Philly?
It's home for Philly and on the road for Portland.
Is that back to back?
No, they got a 4-day rest there.
Oh, okay.
They're going
Okay.
a slow time, the 4-day rest and a 3-day rest to Charlotte. So they've got a pretty easy schedule right now.
Sure. But they just don't look.
But without Griffin, they're not going anywhere.
Well, even with Griffin.
Even with him, they were decent. I mean, they're 4th in the West.
Well, still, even with Griffin, is this a team that you're going to go, oh, yeah, they can totally make a title run?
No.
If they, I don't think they're going to stay in 4. They're probably going to get stuck in like the 6, 7, 8 range. You're not getting out of the first round, more than likely.
You're not going to get out of the first round. No.
So this Clippers team, it's the same story every year with them. They have the talent, they just can't get anywhere with the talent.
No, right. They need like
And-
one other good player.
Right, and right now, Chris Paul's starting to go down.
Go downhill. He is
He's-
a little older.
Well, production-wise, I mean, yeah, he's averaging like 17 and 9, but he's starting to break down. The injuries are happening.
Yeah, he's 30 now.
So he's only got probably, a couple of years left at a high level before he starts
Yeah.
on his way out. And the Clippers just don't have the firepower to keep up with the Warriors or the Spurs.
No, they don't.
They don't have the firepower to keep up with them, and
They
they're
do
probably not going to.
No,
With how the roster's constructed now,
they don't. And that's just the way the NBA is.
yeah,
I mean, right now they can't compete in the West.
no, they're kind of done for.
So they may make a trade,
They might, but I mean,
get rid of some of the dead weight and try and get someone who can actually play.
yeah, but how many teams are going to trade for? Oh yeah, let's go out. Let's trade for Josh Smith. Who's going to make that move right now? Who's going to make the let's trade for Lance move? No one.
No one, but
I mean, really, the few tradable assets on the team are Paul and Griffin, and that definitely ain't happening.
that's not happening.
Jordan ain't happening with the cap with the salary he has
Oh, no,
now.
Jordan is stuck.
Yeah, I mean, the
Um,
only tradable people are maybe Rivers and Crawford, and
I was going to say that like a contender could trade for Paul Pierce. I mean, they're not going to give him much, but Paul Pierce really is not doing much for this team.
he's looked like a corpse aside from
That's-
last night.
That's why maybe going to a team that,
Aside from the Utah game, he's been
but you never know
Dead.
what a new team might do for him. Say he goes to a team that's competing in the East.
okay. So he goes to Indy or Miami.
Let's say Indy, Miami, that's Boston, something.
I mean,
never know.
realistically, I mean, that's not going to help too much.
You don't know. A lot of teams trade these kind of players, for a playoff push. And
Yeah, well, then you're in the same thing Portland had with the Flala last year, where it's okay. Yeah, ideally this would work, idealistically, but it's not going to.
yeah, you never know.
So
I'm just saying they could try something like that, and they're going to have to try something.
they're going to have to try something. But even if they try to trade Pierce, they're not getting much of anything.
Now with who they have,
I mean, the most
bench is kinda
tradable
weak.
assets probably for the same thing you're saying with Pierce would probably be Jamal Crawford as just to come off the bench and throw up 20 points in 10 minutes guy.
Yeah, but Jamal Crawford's playing 25 minutes a game. Clippers aren't going to get rid of that, I don't think, unless one of their younger players who
Which
hardly
they don't
plays
have.
would come up and actually start doing good. But you don't see that.
Well, I mean, the Clippers have to do something, and that's about the only thing they could do is trade Crawford.
Okay.
That's really about the only move they can make that's going to get them anything decent in
Well,
return.
let's see what they do. Without Blake, I think it's
Well, yeah, it is, but
it's mute because without Griffin,
right. I mean, Pierce is going to get you maybe like a second round pick next year,
well,
like an
maybe,
18 second rounder, maybe.
maybe.
Especially if it's like from like OKC type team where it's
Right.
probably going to be in the high 20s.
Yes, it'll be a higher.
It's going to be a very
Draft
high pick,
pick.
so it's going to more than likely be not a good player, more than likely.
Okay.
But you never know how that actually turns out working. But anyway, all I can really do is trade Crawford. That's about the
Okay.
only good move they can do.
Okay.
And he'll net them maybe from the right team a first rounder.
Maybe.
But it'd have to be like a Thunder Spurs, which neither
They don't
Thunder
need him.
could happen. Because outside of Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, the Thunder rotation is kind of sad.
Kind of weak.
I mean, they could use like a Jamal Crawford type of just to come in and throw up 15 points off the bench
Yeah.
type guy. But the problem with that is Crawford does not pass, and his defense is not
It's
very
pretty sad.
good. So, I mean, outside of that, you're going to like maybe like a Miami, because Miami needs some scoring.
Yeah.
And you might get a first-round pick out of Miami because that'll be probably like 24, 25 pick.
Somewhere in there, yes.
So,
I don't know if Miami can do it, based on the salary cap and stuff, but we'll see.
I don't know about that, but we'll see how that goes. Now, yesterday, a couple big stories broke yesterday.
Okay.
So we'll start in Utah.
Start in Utah.
Alec Burks
Burks, yes.
broke his ankle. One of the two. I don't remember which one.
Okay.
He's out at least 6 weeks, which is probably more of like a 7 to 8 week thing. So Utah, you're without Burks now for, I'm just going to say about 2 months.
Yeah, you could say 2 months.
You're without Gobert for, we still don't know how long he's going to be out.
He's out for a while.
We still have no idea when he's coming back.
No.
So Utah's kind of dead. I mean, outside of Hayward and Favors, I mean, yeah, you got some people to do things, but
Yeah.
it's not a competitive roster.
No, they're
much
they're
right
going
now.
to sink.
So, I mean, they could kind of just do a let's semi play for the 8.
Yeah, I don't see him
Like-
staying up there.
Let's semi play for it, but not really, and just let like Sacramento or Denver slide into it so they can get demolished in the first round and we get a lottery pick type thing. That's probably what's going to happen for Utah now, or that's what would be the smart thing.
Possibly. They have lost their last 2 games, but those were against 2 good teams.
Sure.
The rest of the year, they play non-playoff teams, starting tonight against Philly. So, but for 6 weeks, so all of January practically.
Mm-hmm.
They have games with Memphis, Houston, San Antonio, Houston, Miami. Then you get a little break with Lakers, Portland, Sacramento, Lakers. Yeah, they're going to be hurting.
Mm-hmm.
They play good teams. They're going to need like Hood to jump up and do better. But do you really see that? I see Utah falling out of the 8th place
Mm-hmm.
easily.
And now we have to go to Phoenix.
Phoenix. Oh my gosh. Phoenix.
A few things happened yesterday with Phoenix.
Hello, Phoenix.
First thing, Eric Bledsoe tore his meniscus. He's out also at least 6 weeks.
Okay.
But let's see, with it being Eric Bledsoe and a torn meniscus, I would not be surprised if he's out 2-3 months
The rest of
to
the year.
maybe the rest of the year.
Yes.
I that would be kind of the smart thing here for Phoenix. The other thing that happened yesterday in Phoenix is they fired 2 of the assistant coaches.
Okay.
They fired 2 of them.
That's a good idea.
And also, it's highly likely, unless they turn it around in the next week, Hornacek's probably gone.
Probably.
So Phoenix is in not a good spot.
No, they're not.
No.
And
So, really for Phoenix, okay, just shut down Bledsoe for the year. Just shut him down.
shut him down.
Just shut him down.
Might as well.
Then surefire Hornacek, sure, whatever.
Okay.
If you're Phoenix, or even if you're like New Orleans right now, where at best you're probably getting a 7-8 seed in the playoffs and getting swept in the first round.
Correct.
Just shut down your best guys.
Shut down.
So
Yeah.
Phoenix, shut Bledsoe out because he actually has an injury. New Orleans come up with some fake injury for Anthony Davis. Shut him down. Trade Ryan Anderson. Maybe trade Eric Gordon too. I don't know.
Okay.
Get some picks. Try to tank the season, basically. Do a 97 Spurs, and maybe you can win the lottery and get Ben Simmons, and there you go.
There you go.
You got another super franchise guy to go with Davis.
There you
Or
go.
for Phoenix, you finally have one super franchise guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Since Steve Nash left. So
Yeah, I don't see him being.
Phoenix, I don't see doing that. That'd be the smart thing for Phoenix to do, but it'd be the really, really smart thing for New Orleans to do.
Yeah, New Orleans.
Because New Orleans right now, I mean, they are the fourth worst team by record in the league right now.
In the league right now, which is surprising.
So just come up with some fake injury for Anthony Davis.
See, I don't like that. And I'm sure Anthony Davis would have a hard time with that himself.
Okay, you go to Davis and say, look, maybe we're not going to shut you down, but just you try not to be as great. And, like, we lose a few games, and
Oh, boy.
we get you a franchise guy to go with you.
I see that being a problem.
I mean, that'd be the smart move, though.
They should lose without losing on purpose, though, yes.
Right.
Because that would get them in trouble if that got out.
Well, Philly's doing it. They're not in terrible trouble.
So,
But, I mean, that'd be the smart thing for New Orleans to do. And
yeah.
that's what San Antonio did in '97. Just shut down David Robinson. Oh, we won the lottery and fell into Tim Duncan. Ooh. And now we win 3 titles. And we won 5 titles since. And if it weren't for Kobe and Shaq with the Lakers, we may have won 8. Who knows?
They had one more. You never know how a
So-
person's going to play out, though.
Right.
So you draft, someone, and you think they're going to be your savior. And they turn into Greg Oden,
Well,
or if they turn into, someone not quite as good as you were thinking.
you see, the thing with Odin was the health.
Well,
You
yeah.
see, that was he's hurt. Can he be not hurt? And that sadly never
You
materialized.
never know when that'll happen.
Right. But
Uh,
that would be the smartest type thing for New Orleans to try to do.
Okay.
But, I mean, otherwise, what? Philly and the Lakers or Brooklyn are going to be – Ben Simmons is going to be stuck on one of those 3 teams?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The way it's going, it'll probably be Philly.
Well, just because you have the worst record does not mean you win the lottery.
No.
As
But,
Philly found out last year.
no.
And anyway, but
Anyway, I never recommend
No.
a team to
tank
just tank
but-
for a whole 2/3 of a season.
okay.
So I never would recommend that.
Okay. Which I guess let's see. MVP. Why not?
Okay.
MVP now. Obviously, let's see. I believe we both know, pretty much everyone knows, barring him getting hit by a bus tonight, Curry's going to win it, right? I mean, at this point,
At this point,
barring
I
a
don't see-
drastic drop off or him getting hit by a bus or
I
something,
don't see how anyone else.
it's not. There's
Right.
not really any other
No.
actual.
Curry.
He's running away with it too,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
for now at least. I mean, it's just
Right now he is. Yes.
straight like 2 miles ahead of everyone else for it.
Yeah, last year there was, a little bit of
Last year,
competition. This
Sure.
year, right now, no.
No.
Curry by,
Yeah.
and if you went by tiers, Curry's in the top tier by himself.
Yes.
No one's in the second tier. And then there's a third tier. To me,
Right.
anyway. I mean, that's how far he's ahead.
Okay. Well, so let's see here. So
Okay.
obviously we both have Curry in first.
Yes, by far.
Yes.
Okay, and second I got Russell Westbrook.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, see, because I have Kawhi Leonard in second.
Okay. Well, he's a good choice.
Yes.
So
I mean, when you watch the Spurs play, it's just Kawhi is out there doing everything, kind of.
yes, he is.
He's out there, he's playing top-level defense,
Yes.
shutting down the other team's best player, more or less.
Yes.
And then he's also scoring 20-some points a game,
Yes.
dishing out a couple assists every now and then.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he's just insane out there.
Yeah, I understand. He's good. I mean, there's no doubt about it. So, if I was starting a team, he might be one of the first people I'd want on it. And I see here, wow, I forgot all about this. He probably wouldn't be as good, but he was actually drafted in 2011
He was drafted by the Pacers.
by the Pacers,
Mhm.
which I forgot about that.
Yep, they traded him for George Hill.
Boy, that was a
Yeah, they traded Kawhi for Hill.
wow. Okay.
Mhm.
Wow. Okay.
Mhm.
Yes, I forgot. I think San Antonio got the better end of that deal
Yeah.
so far. But I have Leonard on my list, but he's not second. So
Okay.
I think Westbrook with his scoring, his assist, and I mean, let's see, he's scoring 25 and a half a game. That's not too bad. I don't have his assist total, but I think he's assisting close to 10 a game. Of course, when you have Durant with you, it's a little bit easier. So I put Westbrook as my second.
Okay. Then in third, I have LeBron in third.
Okay, now in third, I have a strange one, maybe. Because my third place is Paul George
Okay.
of the Pacers.
Okay.
That's probably a hometown pick there. So I probably gave him a couple of extra spots that he really doesn't deserve. And to be honest, the last 2 games I've seen with him playing, he has stunk. So right now I'd probably move him down a little.
Let's see, not the last, just 2?
Well, the
Was
last
he
2 I
good in the
remember.
Sacramento game? So I know he was terrible in the San Antonio game, but that was the I'm being guarded by Kawhi effect.
Yes.
And then the Memphis game, he was pretty sad.
Let's see.
But I don't know about that Sacramento game.
Sacramento
Or
they
Minnesota
lost.
last night. Or night before, Saturday night.
Sacramento. He he stunk that night too. He only had 12 points and 10 rebounds. So that's pretty sad. Then against Minnesota, he had 18 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. So kind of an average night for him, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, his last few, which he claims he's sick.
Sure.
But those last 4 or 5 games, yeah, I'd probably knock him down now. But I do have him at third. But after watching him against Leonard,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Leonard should probably be ahead of George.
Uh-huh.
because I have had the pleasure of watching San Antonio's last 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Leonard, which I don't think I've watched any other games before that, but he was definitely a terror, and he's something else.
Oh, yeah. Then I have Westbrook in fourth.
Okay. Well, in fourth, I have another player who will be going down real quick. Because in fourth right now, I have Blake Griffin.
Okay.
Leading the Clippers and doing everything possible, superhuman, and now he's injured. So he will go down quickly.
Mm-hmm. That's actually why I don't have him in mind.
Okay.
Because of the injury.
Okay.
So then I have Paul George in fifth.
Fifth, I have LeBron James.
Okay. Sixth, I have Durant in sixth.
And sixth, I have Leonard.
Okay. Then I put Draymond Green seventh.
Okay. That's
just everything he does for that Warriors team is insane.
He's
From the scoring, from the defense to the assisting to the being. The only reason that the whole lineup of death works is because he can play center and defend centers who aren't, the DeMarcus Cousins, Andre Drummond, super dominant centers well.
Yeah. I wanted to put someone in the list that was not a normal person that everyone else has. So at number 7, I put Lillard of Portland.
Ooh, okay.
I mean, there's no chance he's going to win the MVP.
No. Jeez, no.
I put him at 7th just to give him some recognition that, like, he's going to call me up and say, hey, thanks.
Yeah.
You recognize my talent. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Which in 8th, I guess, kind of maybe along those same lines, I put Kyle Lowry.
Okay.
For Toronto.
For Toronto.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's not on too many. Number 8, I put Andre Drummond.
Okay.
Detroit.
Uh-huh.
Who's kind of having a
season
for the ages.
Yeah, he's averaging 18 points, 16 boards.
Uh-huh.
Which hasn't happened since
the
70s. Like, I think Moses Malone was the last person that ever did that.
So that's, 40 years practically.
Yeah. Then I actually have Drummond in 9th. So.
Okay. In 9th, I have James Harden.
Okay.
Of Houston.
And 10th, I put Chris Bosh.
And in 10th, okay, I put Anthony Davis of New Orleans, who will not win.
No.
When your team is 14th in your conference.
Mm-hmm.
And the 4th worst record overall, you will not win.
Correct.
MVP award.
Correct.
So I put Anthony Davis.
Okay.
I did have some honorable mentions.
Okay.
I did have Durant, Lowry. I put Jimmy Butler in there.
Okay.
Draymond Green. And my last honorable mention was Kevin Love.
Okay.
Those are people that maybe next month they'll move up in the top 10, and some of my other top 10 will move out.
Okay. All righty. Along similar lines,
Yes.
even though obviously neither one of us have a vote, we did NBA first, second, and third team.
Okay, yes. We did.
Yes. And the new rules on this here, they changed them. Used to be 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center. Now it's 2 guards and 3 front court people.
3 front court.
So you don't technically have to put a center.
You don't have to. You could put 3 centers, though.
You could.
So, yes.
So, now I've changed mine a bit since we went over these earlier.
Uh-oh.
Well, I only changed my third team. I didn't change the first or second.
Okay.
So first team, I have Curry, Westbrook, LeBron, Kawhi, Draymond.
And that's the exact same as I have.
Really?
Curry, Westbrook, James, Leonard, and Drummond.
Okay.
Yes.
Wait, Drummond?
Drummond. Oh, yeah,
Okay.
you had Green.
Yes, I have Draymond.
Okay, I have
You have Drummond on the first team.
Drummond, yes.
Now, if we had to go traditional, like, you have to have a center, yeah, Drummond is first team center.
Okay.
easily.
Okay.
Which brings us to the second team. I put Chris Paul on second team still.
Okay. Chris Paul.
Just even though, yeah, the scoring and assisting is a little worse than it normally is,
Yeah, I have him in
the
the second
defense
team.
is still at a high level.
Correct.
So he still gets second. Then I have Klay Thompson on the second team.
Yes.
Paul George, Durant, and Drummond.
Yes, I have the same, except I have Draymond Green on the second
Right.
team.
Now, here's the thing, though, with Drummond. He's shooting under 40% from the free throw line this year.
Okay.
He's under 40. That's really, really terrible.
That's pretty bad.
That is terrible.
Yes.
So, I mean, I would almost have to go with he can't be on first team because he's that bad at free throws
That
right now.
bad, huh? Okay.
If he weren't doing the 18-16 stuff, he would probably have to be on second team from the free throws.
Okay.
So, to the third team here,
Third
which I
team.
changed a bit.
Okay.
So, I have Kyle Lowry, John Wall, and Blake Griffin.
Okay.
Those are the ones I did not change.
Those same three.
Now, the two I changed, I have Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins now. Instead of, I think, the two you had. I'm not sure.
I have Towns of Minnesota.
Yeah,
And Whiteside of Miami.
Whiteside. Okay.
So I have a very tall
Yes.
front line there.
Well, I do too.
So, but of course, with Griffin out now, he may not make the third team
Right.
at the end of next month.
But, okay, Towns.
But Towns.
So you're going to tell me Towns is one of the 15 best players in the league right now?
No, he doesn't have to be. He's got to be one of the top 9 big men in the league.
Yeah. You think he's one of the 9 best big
Big.
men in the league? Currently.
Yes. I'll put him up there, yes.
Okay.
As a rookie, now I give
know.
him a little leeway.
Right.
He's a rookie playing on a kind of a bad team still.
Yeah, a little bit.
But from what I've seen him playing,
I mean, yeah,
yes.
from watching him, yeah, he's really good already, which is insanely terrifying, though.
yes.
Which is really terrifying.
With him,
Especially for me, it's like,
Williams,
I have to play this guy 4 times a year. Really? I have to play this dude 4 times a year now. Great. For the next 15 years.
15 years. I think he's going to be something really
Yeah.
good. So,
Plumlee, you better learn how to not foul.
I mean, I just put in a rookie. You know, Cousins is a good choice.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of other people that I didn't put on here that's good
Although
choices.
I will admit, after watching the Portland-Sacramento game last night, you know, Cousins takes a lot of dumb shots.
Yes.
Last night, he was taking a ton of dumb shots. I mean, at the end of the game, they were down like 3 with like 30 seconds left. Who do they have shoot the 3? They get like 2 looks at it. Oh, Cousins is shooting the 3. Like, really? I mean, I know most of your team's terrible at threes, but Cousins is the best option you have to take your threes.
Yeah, well.
To try to win the game, you're going to have Cousins shooting your threes.
Cousins,
Okay,
yes.
sure. I mean, I'm okay with it right now, but really? But,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, so I was joining you on Towns, actually. And I also had Kevin Love
See, yes.
on there, who I switched to Davis and Cousins.
Yes.
So, anyway. How about rookie first team? We only did first team rookies.
Rookie first team. Okay.
Right. I know there are 2 rookie teams, but I didn't care enough to try to figure out a second one.
Obviously, I have Towns.
Yeah. I have Towns, Porzingis, Winslow, and Russell are like for sure right now first
Okay.
team. Now the iffy one is my second guard. Right now I have Moutier in there.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'm kind of iffy on Moutier right now.
Yes.
So,
Because I have Towns and Porzingis are no doubters.
Right.
Those are going to be superstars for years to come, it looks like.
More than likely.
I put Okafor from Philadelphia on my team.
Yeah, you did.
I put Russell from the Lakers.
Uh-huh.
And my fifth,
Your second guard.
which I have to say, this was very challenging.
Mm-hmm.
But I put Booker from Phoenix on there.
Devin Booker.
I have Moody as an honorable mention and Winslow as an honorable mention from Miami.
Right.
Because I was really, Booker and Moody are neck and neck right now for me. So
Okay.
I put Booker because they claim he's going to get more time to play now.
Sure.
So,
even though he started for a few games, he looked horrible.
yes,
He looked horrible.
coming off the bench,
starting.
he's been better.
Yeah, but he was, oh boy.
So
Keeping with rookies, rookie of the year rankings.
okay,
Let's see. I think no doubt Towns is first in that one.
Towns is first.
Towns, Porzingis in second.
And Porzingis is second.
Now I put D'Angelo Russell third.
Okay, I got Okafor
Okafor, okay.
third.
Then I put Winslow in fourth.
And I got Nemanja
Oh,
Angelica.
Okay.
of Minnesota. So Minnesota has two of the top four
Yeah.
for me.
Now I have Okafor in fifth. Now the lone reason for this is his defense is atrocious.
It's atrocious.
Is atrocious.
Huh.
I think I could score on him. That's how bad it looks.
Well,
I know
That's pretty
realistically
sad.
there is no way I would be able to,
right.
but it looks like I would be able to.
Well, I put
horrific.
Winslow down at fifth.
Yeah, Winslow is kind of the opposite of Okafor in that his
Yeah.
defense is impeccable, but his offense is pretty sad.
His offense has been pretty bad.
Aside from fast break dunks, he can't do much
He doesn't
right
do-
now. His
no.
shot isn't falling yet, but
No.
that comes around a lot easier than defense does.
Well, that's
So,
true.
Him already being an elite, not quite an elite level defender, but a above average
Above
defender
average.
already
Yeah.
is a lot more promising to me than Okafor, which is a excellent back to the basket post player and a horrific defender.
Yes.
So basically, it's Al Jefferson if Al Jefferson didn't know how to swat at a ball,
Okay.
is what Okafor reminds me of.
Okay.
Then in sixth, I have Moutier in sixth.
Oh boy. So I have Nikola Jokic of
Okay.
Denver
Yeah.
in sixth.
Right. Then I have Stanley Johnson from Detroit
Oh,
in
boy.
seventh.
Okay, I have Devin Booker of Phoenix in seventh.
Eighth, I put Jokic, however the heck you pronounce that, for Denver. So Denver also has two. Denver has two for me.
Yes, and number eighth, I got D'Angelo Russell of
Okay.
the Lakers.
I have TJ McConnell still for Philly in ninth. Now the
Oh,
problem is he's fading
he's
largely
fading.
because his playing time's going way down now. With Kendall
Correct.
Marshall back, with Ish Smith now being acquired,
Yeah, McConnell's going to go
with
down.
Isaiah Kanan still being halfway decent. So his playing time is going to die down, but I still have him in ninth currently.
At number 9, I got Moutier.
Okay. Now 10th, I have Raul Neto or something like that
Okay.
for Utah,
For Utah.
who is currently their starting point guard and is not terrible at it,
Right.
which is quite astounding for a rookie to not be a horrible point guard, more or less.
I was thinking of putting him in, but I put someone in that will not be in it the next time.
Yeah.
I put this guy in because he has been good.
Hollis Jefferson, right?
Hollis Jefferson, who's out
See,
for
I would have him like probably
2 or 3 months now. So
I'd probably have him like 5 or 6, but with the injury, yeah, I can't kind of give it to him.
I put him up at 10th just to give him the So you can
Right.
call me
I mean,
and
he
can
is-
thank me for it.
Yeah, he has been great. He was really, really great for Brooklyn. And then he went and got hurt. And
Injuries are
It's-
part of the game.
yeah.
And,
It happens. And, oh well. Now, quick question here. Bigger or better comeback?
okay.
So comeback player of the year to an extent,
Comeback player of the year.
which is basically two candidates. I mean,
Not
I'm
need
sure there are a few
Paul Pierce.
more, but
Okay.
Paul George or Kevin Durant?
Those are about the only two choices, huh?
I mean, I'm sure there are a couple others, but that's realistically about it.
That should be about it.
I went with Durant.
And
Just from a sheer terrifyingness
Durant
award,
is.
it's like I don't want to play this guy 4 times a year, even though I have to. But I like Paul George, like I could kind of live with that. Like, okay, being in the same division with him, I could kind of live with it. At him at peak, just because it's, well, most of the rest of Indy isn't that great. So,
That's correct. That's why I picked Paul George,
Uh-huh.
because his teammates are not nearly as good as Durant's teammates.
Right. I just went with who terrifies me more, and that would be a fully healthy Durant
And Durant
versus a fully healthy Paul George.
is like 7-footer.
Nearly.
Close.
He's like 6'11", I think. 6'10" or something. He's near.
Yeah. Durant's 6'9",
6'9".
240.
Uh-huh.
He
Yeah.
I mean 27 points a game,
Uh-huh.
roughly. Durant gets 26.6 points,
Mm-hmm.
4.6 assists a game, and 7.6 rebounds a game.
So he's averaging roughly 27.5 and 8.
I mean, that's, those are
Yeah.
numbers where, whoa, like
Yeah. What are the shooting splits, though? Why don't I look at that?
Paul George, on the other hand, okay, averages 24.8 points, 4 assists, and 7.7 rebounds. So
Let's see.
stat-wise, they're pretty close.
Shooting percentage. Durant's 53, 42, 89.
Okay.
I mean, he's working on a 50, 40, 90 club year.
Okay.
So, yeah. I mean, 27, 5, and 8 in a 50, 40, 90 club is, oh boy. That is really, oh boy.
But I base mine, because their stats are really close.
See, 25, 4, and 8. George is shooting 42, 41, and 84.
So his percent's not
So,
nearly as good.
No, he's not shooting as well from 2 or the free throw, but overall, I mean, threes, they're about the
They're
same.
pretty close.
But
And
I don't know. I mean, Durant just terrifies me more, which is more of also a Westbrook absolutely terrifies me at the same time thing.
okay.
But,
Well, if I look at this correctly,
Uh-huh.
which takes me a second to get there, if this may be something hard to believe,
Uh-huh.
this is what I could not believe when I looked this up. Okay, we all know Stephen Curry leads the league in three-pointers
Yes,
made.
yes.
Second place, Paul George.
Uh-huh.
He's made the second most three-pointers. So, I mean, I know that's not a deal for this.
I
but
know, but that's I did not know that one.
He's in second place for three-pointers
He
made
made
this year.
threes. Okay.
He made threes.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I would choose Durant, except I just chose George, probably a hometown pick again.
Sure.
But because of his teammates are not as scary. I mean, if he had Westbrook, if he had Ibaka, if he had you know,
He has Monte Ellis, which is more of a I really love that dude.
which isn't
Which is
quite the same.
more of a I really love Monte Ellis thing.
If the
but
rookie Miles Turner was healthy, that might help him.
maybe. Okay.
So I picked George.
Okay.
They may win at the end of the year. It may be co-winners.
Maybe. I don't. Is there actually a comeback player award?
Well, there used to be.
Okay.
I don't know if there is anymore,
I don't know. Anyway.
but there used to be.
Anyway. Most disappointing team.
Okay. Well, that was pretty easy.
Kind of. So I came up with my top 5.
Okay.
My most disappointing team, I have Washington.
Okay. Well, they're not even on my list.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Number 1 on my list was Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, who I have in second. Now, I mean, I had Milwaukee as my 2 seed in the East, if you remember from the preview podcast.
I do remember that.
I had Milwaukee as my 2 seed in
And
the
they're in
East.
13th in the East.
Well, yes. I mean, they're only 8 games out of a 2 seed.
Yeah.
So, it's not
It's
horrible.
not horrible, but
But
it
when
is
you
bad.
watch them play, aside from the 2 Warriors games, they've looked so terrible.
Yes, how they're the only team to beat the Warriors this year, I don't know. That is,
They almost did it twice.
they
Granted,
almost did it twice.
Brooklyn should have beat them too.
Yeah, there were others. that
Brooklyn should have.
should. So my second biggest disappointment is in the
Mhm.
West at New Orleans,
Okay.
which I know we can do some of that on
Injuries, but still.
10
Being-
and 20,
Yeah. I mean, with having Anthony Davis, the supposed to be
14th seed in the
Which-
West.
see, since Anthony Davis here is supposed to be like the next best player since LeBron.
Yeah, the 4th worst record in the league.
Right. I mean,
now.
he single-handedly should be able to drag you to 35-40 wins.
Yeah.
Single-handedly.
Correct.
Not
So-
to.
So to me, that's a
25.
big disappointment.
So, yeah. I have New Orleans in 3rd.
Okay, 3rd. I actually have a team that's probably going to jump out of this next month, but I have Houston still.
Houston. See, I don't even have Houston
I mean,
because I think they've kind of figured it out a little.
they've figured it out a little.
The like demolition of Memphis was good.
Shows that,
I mean, granted, yeah, they got swept by Brooklyn.
yeah, I'm not ready to get them.
They've lost to
You know,
Denver twice or 3 times
but-
now.
Depending on how Howard plays the rest of the year. If he wants
Right.
to play.
Well, yeah, we're going to talk about that here in a couple
Uh,
minutes.
so Houston's still one of my bigger disappointments.
Okay, now 4th. This is probably just more of a me pick.
Okay.
I put Portland in 4th.
Fourth,
Because
okay.
I don't think they're being as frisky as I thought they'd be.
Okay.
I don't think they're scaring the good teams enough yet.
Well, they're not.
You know.
And I don't think they were supposed to. So
Well, I thought that they could at least scare like the Thunder when they played them or
I think they have
Or
scared
so.
some teams,
a
but
little. I mean,
they're a 10th seed right now.
sure. I mean, I love the demolition of Cleveland,
Oh,
but
that was
that was a nice one.
not.
I mean, 29-point victory over Cleveland. Yeah, I liked that one.
Yeah.
Without Lillard, I liked it.
And James played,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that was pretty sad.
yeah. that
For
was-
Cleveland.
I liked it.
Well, for my 4th place
Uh-huh.
disappointment is
Mm-hmm.
the Philadelphia 76ers.
Okay.
Now, people may, well, you knew they were not going to be any good,
Yeah, we did.
but it's how bad they are.
Right.
I mean, 2 wins,
Right.
30 losses.
Yeah, they're 2-30. Last night, or not last night, but before the Phoenix game,
Yeah,
which was when we did all this
might have been
preparation.
Sunday. Yeah.
Well, that was yesterday, but Saturday night they played.
Oh yeah, Saturday night.
We did the math, which was just apply their win percentage to 82 games. They were on pace to win 3 games?
3 games.
They're now on pace to win 5.
On pace to win 5.
They're on pace to go 5-77.
Now, That's got to be a disappointment.
Yeah, it is. Here's the thing. Like, I don't really understand what they're doing either. Because it's like, Sam Hinkie's whole thing was, okay, we're just going to tank like 3 straight years and win maybe a combined like 50 games, maybe in 3 years.
Yeah.
But we're just going to hoard draft picks and, take shots and try to get a franchise player.
Yes.
So what do? The first year you draft Michael Carter Williams, I believe, was the first Hinkey year. He wins Rookie of the Year that year. Then what do? You trade him away for a couple picks.
Yeah.
And that's about it. That doesn't make any sense, really.
No.
Then
tank.
yeah, then you traded for Nerlens Noel, who has easily been the best performing draft pick that is still on the roster.
Yes.
Then you drafted Joel Embiid in the hopes, he'll be good. He just is going to miss the first year, which also happened with Noel. And now Embiid is going to miss his second year and may not play a third either. We don't know yet.
Yes.
Sarek is still over foreign lands who may get here in 17 or 18. We don't know when that's happening.
Right.
Then what do? You go, we're going to draft Okafor, which is like, we all know he's not a franchise player. We know that.
Okay.
He has no defense. His best defense is standing there and putting his hands up. That's an Enes Kanter defense. That is not good defense.
Well,
why not take Moutier? Take Winslow. Take someone who's not Okafor, but no, let's take Okafor.
Take Okafor.
Why not?
Well, just for...
I don't know what they're doing.
I'm going to almost guarantee that the Sixers will win more than 3 games this year.
Well, they're on pace for 5.
They're on pace for 5 now. I'm going to say they'll even beat 5 games.
Do you think they can get below 70 losses? Do you think they can go at least 13 and 69?
No. But here's what I want to point out. This franchise, the 76ers.
Yes.
Okay. I know they've won some.
Yes.
They've had some good years. They had the answer. They had Dr. J. They've had some really good players. But for this franchise, okay, the worst team of all time. Okay. Happens to be the Charlotte Bobcats.
Yes, that one year with Charlotte, the lockout year, they won like 12 games, but
won
had 7
and lost 59 for a .106 winning percentage.
About 11% win percentage.
Another team that won less than 10 games in a season was the 1948 Providence Steamrollers.
Okay.
They only won 6 games, but that was only in a 48-game schedule.
6 and 42.
Yeah. So the only other team since 1940 or whenever the NBA started to win less than 10 games. So this is the only one to win less than 10 games in a 82-game schedule is the Philadelphia 76ers. And they won 9 games back in 1973.
9 and 73.
9 and 73. So this year, if they go 5, I mean, they're going to be the only team, and they've done it twice. I mean, you guys are really sad. How can you not win 10 games?
Well, that happens when you have like 2 to maybe 3 feasible NBA players on your roster.
I guess.
That's what happens.
I mean, when I see that.
When you get like 3 NBA players on your roster of 15, that's when that happens.
So the 76ers have made some front office moves.
Yeah.
They've done some.
Hired Colangelo.
So hopefully, or maybe.
Brought in Mike D'Antoni.
Maybe.
So that should be great. Probably not.
Some wins.
Like not though.
I don't know. We'll see, but
I mean, I love Mike D'Antoni as much as the next guy, but I don't think it's going to deal much for this team.
At 2-30 now,
yeah,
they actually have a chance to be the worst team of all time. Boy, what a thing for your resume!
Yeah. Did we cover our fifth disappointment?
No,
So
not
the
yet.
least disappointing of our disappointments?
The least disappointing of our disappointments. No.
I put the Clippers
You put the Clippers,
solely because,
who are in fourth
yes, the fourth
place in the
seed.
West.
Because here's why. In our preview podcast,
Uh-huh.
I picked the Clippers to win the title.
Oh, okay. So they're disappointing you.
Yes. At this rate, they ain't getting out of the first round. And if they do, they're getting destroyed in the second. If they even make the playoffs at this point.
Well, I did not have them winning the title.
No, I did.
So
I
they're
had
not
them
disappointed.
I had them in the 1 seed in the West winning the title.
So my fifth disappointing team isn't all that bad, but I picked Memphis.
Okay. Well, they have been really bad. They have been really, really bad.
I mean, but, the fifth most disappointing team isn't all that disappointing.
No.
Okay.
Which brings us to the flip side, our most impressive non-Warriors, Spurs, Cavs, Thunder teams.
Okay.
So I think we're in agreement here on number one.
Number one
Dallas.
is Dallas. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
they are arguably the fourth best team they're easily
In the
fourth or
West?
fifth best team in the West.
yes. And who would have thought that?
Yeah. Considering I figured they'll get maybe 30 wins all year,
Yes.
and they're going to get like 55 maybe.
At this pace, yes.
So,
Definitely very impressive
yes,
for what they're doing so far.
right. Dirk is ridiculous still.
Dirk,
is ridiculous. I mean,
Dirk is,
yeah,
I don't know how he does.
I don't either. See, Dirk is averaging 17 points, 2 assists, 7 boards in year 18.
He can't jump.
No,
He can't run.
he's shooting 48, 41, and 90. So he's borderline 50, 40, 90 club in year 18.
See,
That is
unbelievable.
insane.
Well, that's a future Hall of Famer for you.
Yeah, that is insane.
He is one of a kind.
Oh my. In second, I put Detroit,
You put Detroit.
which is also kind of an individual thing,
Okay.
in that I didn't think Reggie Jackson could ever be this good.
Ah.
Nor did I thought Drummond was good. I didn't think he was this insanely good.
No, he's having a year
Yeah.
for the ages.
I mean, it's yeah.
Okay. Well, Detroit's on my list, but they're not second.
Okay.
Second place, I have the Knicks,
Knicks.
who I thought would be the worst team in the league, who I thought had nothing. Thought they'd be dead, and look at that.
They're
Really?
fighting for a playoff spot.
They are fighting for a playoff spot. Porzingis is unbelievably good.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much all of us thought he wasn't going to contribute anything for a couple of years, and
Yeah.
yet, he's doing this first year. Okay.
Yeah.
And also, I think we all kind of forgot Carmelo's halfway good with competent players around him.
Carmelo's still decent,
With a competent supporting cast, he's not that bad.
so I picked them as my second most impressive team.
Okay, I don't actually even have them. So,
Okay.
although after Dallas, all of them are East teams.
Uh-huh.
I have Charlotte in third, which is
Charlotte.
kind of the same thing you have going with the Knicks, which is after Kid Gilchrist got hurt and was out for the year in the preseason, I was like, okay, they're going to win like 20 games. They have no shot to do anything.
No shot.
And now they are legitimately like 4 seed maybe.
Possibly.
I mean, I don't understand how they're doing it. Besides the fact that Batum is ridiculous, but other than that,
Smoke and mirrors.
I don't know how in the world it's happening.
Well, they're only 3.5 out of first place.
Yeah,
Don't ask me how either.
and they're in the 9th seed, but
Because my third place, most impressive, is Orlando.
Oh, okay,
Who's actually only half a game ahead of Charlotte.
right.
but Orlando at 17-13,
Yeah.
and I don't know how they're doing it.
Well, the defense has been really good with Skiles, as we expected it to be.
I mean, they got people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, their most scoring is Vukovic with almost 17 points a game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's your leading scorer, 17 points a game.
Uh-huh.
But they have 5 over double digits.
Yeah.
So it's a
It's
whole
a
team.
collective effort.
It's a whole team effort here.
Uh-huh.
So keep going, Orlando.
Yeah. Then in fourth, I put Toronto.
And that's a good choice. They're number 4 in the
Yes,
East.
because I figured after last year's disappointment in the playoffs, I thought this team was going to still kind of be, struggling with
In a
that.
funk and
Still in a funk from that. And so I figured they would be, like, they might miss the playoffs, and Dwayne Casey would probably be fired.
yes.
And neither of those things are probably going to happen.
Probably not.
Barring another first-round flame-out, Casey's probably safe.
He's probably safe.
For this year, at least.
The signing of Carroll from Atlanta,
Even though he's been hurt most of the year.
I mean, that.
He's been out for a few weeks now. So,
Oh, okay.
I mean, he's
Yeah, he's only started
he's only played in 19
He's played in
of their
19
31
games.
games.
So,
He's missed 12 games.
so that's probably helped them, but they're another team that goes all around.
I mean, yeah, you got Carroll and Valencianas have both missed both missed over 10 games.
Yeah.
Valencianas is missed 17. Carroll's missed 12.
12.
I mean, when those two come back, they'll
They'll be good.
really, really good.
'Cause they're,
They
believe it or
could
not,
be-
they're only a
there's-
game and a half out of first.
Yeah, there's 7 above 500.
So they'll make it.
Yeah.
My 4th place team was Detroit
Okay.
for basically the same things you've said about them.
Right.
So Detroit they're not
Yeah.
in the playoff right now, but
I mean, they're
close enough.
I think they could be a frisky playoff team.
It could be.
They could get in the 6-7 seed and against Miami, Toronto,
They could beat
Atlanta.
them.
They could. Yeah.
Yes.
So I like
rebounding.
what
Yes.
I'm seeing with Detroit too.
Okay.
In 5th, I actually put Miami
Miami. Okay.
just because I didn't think they could be this good. And the thing with this is their offense has been really not very good.
Their offense says.
Their defense has been ridiculous, but the offense has been real sad.
Yeah, I really haven't heard much from
So-
Wade this year, and
I mean, it's been
I mean
not all that great.
Wade and Bosch.
Dragic has been not good.
No, and
So-
yet they're in 3rd
Yeah,
without Winslow. He hasn't started a game, but
no.
he plays 27 minutes a game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's the come in off the bench defensive stopper.
So he's averaging 6 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, their bench is kind of weak.
Yeah.
And if they get in foul trouble, and Wade actually playing 30 minutes a game, he's played he missed
All but one game.
So
Yeah,
he's actually that's kind of surprising in that play.
I know. We normally expect him to miss 20, 25 a year, which obviously can still happen. But
That could still happen. But when you got Wade, Bosch, and Whiteside,
mm-hmm.
Dragic, Ding,
Yeah.
Winslow,
Dragic has not been very good either.
so they got a good chance of staying up there in the top
Mm-hmm.
part of the East. Well, my 5th team was the number 1 team in the East last year, Atlanta, who I thought losing Carroll and their big disappointment in the playoffs when they got swept by Cleveland.
They made it all the way to the East Finals.
Yeah, and then you get swept.
I mean, that's the sad part. But
I mean, it wasn't even close.
no,
I thought, well, they'll have a little down here this year. I mean, how could they not? Yeah,
They have, though.
They're a
They
little
have.
bit down, but they're 20-12 now.
Yes.
They're in second place in the East, and
But
I
it
had
has
to-
not been pretty.
No, but I had to give them a surprise there.
Okay.
They've impressed me a bit more than, Philly.
Good. Which brings us to our next to last item, or really second to next to last.
Okay.
Defensive player, real quick.
DPY.
Now, I know-
Okay.
I know for whatever reason you came up with 10. I only bothered with 2.
Okay.
Because for me, let's see, it's Kawhi or Draymond.
Okay.
That is really it. There's no one else who should come anywhere close to even being considered a
Well-
contender for a defensive player award.
That's just like MVP. We came up with 10, though I guarantee 10th ain't got a chance to win.
No.
So,
But I mean, honestly, I think the defensive player award is even farther. These two are running away with it even more than Curry's running away with MVP
but I came up with 10
To
only
me.
because I think we did 10 last
last month.
month. So, last month.
Okay.
I
sure.
came up with 10, but yeah, there's no chance, my 9th dude is going to be better than Leonard.
Right. You want to run through yours then for us?
Well, number 1, I have Leonard.
Okay.
Okay, number 2, you may have Green, but I put in a little sneaky pick there. At number 2, I put Gasol of Chicago,
Okay.
only because I just wanted to.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay. Because you wanted to. That's good reason.
Then at number 3, I put Green.
Okay.
See, and those are, heads and shoulders above
Uh-huh.
the rest.
Yeah, because I saw one of the other ones you have on there.
The rest are, I just had to fill out 10
Oh, okay. So you just picked 10 random people that you knew?
practically.
Oh, okay. Because I saw one of them and I was like, what?
Because
Do you
for
not
me-
watch the same games I watch?
Well, see, that's the problem. Is it's easy to pick, an offensive star and an offensive, MVP and stuff like that. But picking
Uh-huh.
a defensive, if you don't watch them play a lot,
Uh-huh.
you may watch them play 5 minutes in a game and go, "Whoa, he's pretty good defense."
Hmm.
And that might be the only 5 minutes of defense he played all year.
Okay, so that's what happened with that one person that you're going to tell us
So-
here in a couple seconds, huh?
Possibly,
Okay.
because I know which one you're going to say now.
Uh-huh.
See, because number 4, I have Anthony Davis.
Okay.
I think is pretty decent.
Uh-huh.
Number 5, DeAndre Jordan.
Okay. Sure.
I wouldn't want him on the free throw line.
No.
but defense, not bad. DeMarcus Cousins at number 6.
Okay, so this is all basically like centers.
Well, yeah.
Nearly.
Sure.
Okay.
Number 7, Andre Drummond.
Uh-huh.
See? Now, number 8.
Yeah.
This is the one you're laughing at.
Uh-huh.
I know.
Uh-huh.
Jahil
Okafor.
Okafor
Uh-huh.
of the 76ers.
Uh-huh.
And
Uh-huh.
how many 76ers games have I watched this year?
3 minutes of the Phoenix game, maybe?
Probably, yes. See, not much.
Uh-huh.
Number 9, I got Gortat of Washington.
Okay.
Number 10, Ibaka of Oklahoma City.
Okay.
And I even picked a number 11, Brook
Okay.
Lopez of Brooklyn.
So basically all centers, more or less, plus Kawhi is
Yes.
basically your list.
So
All big men plus Kawhi. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. That
That's-
works.
that's what I did.
Okay.
Next month, I may only do 2 again.
Okay. Now, next to last thing here. Coach of the year.
Coach of the year, yes.
Carlisle, right? It's gotta be, doesn't it?
No,
It doesn't have to be Carlisle.
it does not have to be Carlisle. No.
Okay. Okay.
No.
Because I have Carlisle like 3 miles ahead of pretty much everyone else.
Okay.
For me, anyway.
I see. I have him on my list.
Okay.
But at number 1, actually, I have Popovich of San Antonio.
Popovich. Okay. I have him in second. Although it's a very distant second, but it's second.
I have him in first.
Okay.
Number 2, I have Kerr and Walton of Golden State.
Right. See, I don't know what to do with that. Because it's, do we give it to Luke Walton, who probably doesn't really do much? Probably because Kerr's usually in the buildings at halftime and just, I could almost imagine like Walton just stands there as Kerr tells them what to do in the second half, and he's just like, yeah, oh yeah.
He might, that's why I gave it to both.
So
And I'll have to split it.
I guess, I don't know.
But
I guess, sure.
any team that's 28-1, I had to
Okay.
give them consideration.
Okay. See, I have them in third,
Okay.
but I don't know what to do with it, but I have them in third.
Well, at third they won't win. So
Well, no.
at third I have Vogel of Indiana.
Okay. See, I feel like we almost just slid everyone down
It sounds like
because I have Vogel in fourth.
Huh. And fourth I have Clifford, the big red Clifford of Charlotte.
Okay. See, I don't have him on the list.
At 16 and 13, doing a good job.
Fifth, I put Stan Van Gundy for Detroit.
Ah, okay.
I think he's been really, really good.
I have him down
For
the list
Detroit.
a little. Number 5, I have Carlisle of Dallas.
Okay. Now, 6, I went with Quinn Snyder for Utah.
Okay.
Although I think he's going to fall out real
He's
fast.
going to fall out pretty fast here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. At number 6, I have Fisher of New York Knicks,
Oh, okay.
who to me has done a heck of a job. And I thought he'd be the first coach fired.
Mm-hmm. Although that was anyone saw coming.
Right.
7th, I have Dwayne Casey for Toronto, who
Oh,
I thought was going to be fired sometime during the year after the year.
yes.
But right now,
He won't be.
no.
No, actually, at number 7, even though they're just probably doing less than they should, I put Blatt of Cleveland.
Okay. See, I didn't put him on the list either.
Yes.
At 8th, I put Spoelstra for the Heat,
Oh,
even though that's largely just for the defense, because the offense should not get any credit for anything.
at 8th, I put Snyder of Utah.
Okay, 9, I put Brad Stevens for Boston.
Boston. Huh. At number 9,
See, I like your 9 here.
number 9, I got Stotts of Portland.
Okay. See, the only issue I have with that is he's doing the same thing he's done the past, 4 years. It's
Yeah.
nothing different, just different people.
Different people.
So, anyway, at 10, we actually agree on number 10,
Oh,
Scott Skiles.
Scott Skiles of Orlando.
Orlando. So, yeah.
Doing a pretty good job.
Yeah.
And I have an honorable mention of Gundy for
Okay.
Detroit.
All right. Now, we go to our last conversational topic, kind of. We're going to discuss some trades.
Okay.
We're going to do the trades Who Says No edition.
Who says no?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
No.
we're going to role play to an extent.
Okay.
So, for this first one, you are Vlade Divac,
Okay.
so you're running Sacramento.
Wow.
And I'm Daryl Morey, I'm running Houston.
Oh boy, I wanted. Okay.
Okay? So I come to you, I say, I'm going to give you Dwight and Sam Decker just so the salaries work.
Okay.
And you're going to give me Cousins and Kufas. Which side would say no to that? Or would they say no to that?
So I get Dwight Howard.
You get Dwight Howard and Sam Decker, who's a rookie.
Basically a throwaway.
Maybe. He's a rookie, so, there's some, he could
Okay.
become good, he could not. You don't know. So basically, he could maybe replace Nick Stauskas, who you had to trade away to Philly for no reason.
Yeah, well, Decker's only played 3 games.
Right. So,
He's played 6 minutes total.
right. So you don't know what you're getting in him.
Right.
He could be good, he could be not. You don't know.
So you're
And
getting
you're-
rid of a troublemaker in Howard.
Yes, you're getting Dwight Howard and Sam Decker, and I'm getting Cousins and Kufas.
Whew. So Howard,
So basically, trade troubled sinners,
Yeah.
and then I'm throwing in Decker, and you're throwing in Kufus.
Howard's 30.
Cousins is like 25.
Cousins is a little better, I think, overall, at least offensively, than Howard. A little less defensively, maybe.
Yeah.
A
A lot better free throw shooter, too.
Yeah, a lot better.
So, Hack of Howard doesn't happen.
Really?
For Houston, then. How's for Sacramento?
Howard. Well, he shoots at 50%.
Yeah, but Cousins is like 75 or something. I forget.
Okay.
I'll look here.
So yeah.
See, this is an interesting one, isn't it?
Yeah. Who's that second guy I'm losing for the Kings?
Costa Kufus.
Costa Kufus.
See, Cousins shoots 75% free throws.
So I'm losing him. I'm losing
Cousins and Kufus
Kufus
for Howard
22 minutes a game
and Decker.
8 points a game. Well, I'm losing a good guy there. Cousins.
So you're losing a great guy, an okay guy for a known, pretty solid when he wants to be guy, and a who knows what'll turn out to be in Sam Decker.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably have to say no.
No. Sacramento says no.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think losing Kufus would be a little bit too much.
Just because you don't know what's coming with Decker, you don't know what you would get.
That is correct.
Okay. Second one.
Okay.
Another Dwight Howard.
Okay, Dwight
You're
Howard.
now running Washington.
Boy, I'm just going everywhere.
Yes.
Okay.
So I send you Dwight.
Dwight Howard.
You send me Nene and Gortat.
Nene
And Gortat.
and Gortat.
Yes. So the salaries work. And you get Dwight Howard.
Boy, okay. Gortat's a little old.
Yeah.
A little bit older than Howard.
So is Nene.
And Nene.
Nene's on his last year of the deal. He's on.
Holy cow! Yeah, he's 33.
Yeah, Nene's on $13 million for this year. And then his contract's done.
And you
get
I'm
Dwight.
getting rid of both of those.
Yes, you send me Nene and Gortat, and you get Dwight. Who says no to this one? Houston say no? Washington say no?
Well,
Or does neither side say no to this, and it won't actually happen more than likely, but
Washington's losing 2 guys.
yes.
So Houston would probably have to make another move to get rid of a guy,
Mm-hmm.
to put those 2 guys on their team.
Yeah.
But you're getting almost 2.
I mean, you're getting Gortat, who is solid, and then Nene, who's not, who's always hurt and doesn't play a lot. When he does play, isn't all that great
Off the
good
bench,
anymore.
and they might get rid of him right away.
Right.
I'd say Washington says yes.
Washington. So
but
Houston says
may
no.
say no.
Houston
Yes.
says no to this one.
Yes.
Okay.
Even though you came to me with it.
Right.
I'm thinking they might.
Houston would say no in this one, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Now this one, okay. You're running Sacramento again,
Okay.
and I'm running Boston.
Ooh, Boston.
Okay. So I come to you and I say, I'm going to give you David Lee,
David Lee.
Jared Sullinger, and the Brooklyn pick. The unprotected Brooklyn pick for this year for Cousins.
You're giving me David Lee.
Yes, I'm giving you David Lee, Sullinger, and the Brooklyn pick. So you're getting 2 guys on the last year of their deal. So who may not return. but you're also getting the Brooklyn pick.
which is going to be probably top 5.
Yeah. Probably top 3. And you're giving me Cousins for it.
Boy, I can't. Well, that does help Boston a lot.
Uh-huh.
Sacramento would almost have to say no.
Sacramento, just because I'm getting 2 people who may not return to the team, but I am getting the pick, but I'm losing Cousins,
Yeah.
who doesn't really want to be here.
Who doesn't really want to be here, but
Mm-hmm.
with Lee, he's not that major of a player.
You would be paying him
Sullinger,
$15.5 million.
Yeah,
for the year.
and I would not want him back for that price.
Sullinger's only making $2.5 this year.
Him, I might want back at that price.
Okay.
But would he sign for that price again?
I don't know.
If I could keep Sullinger in the pick, see, I might do it.
So if you knew Sullinger would re-sign
Yeah,
and the pick,
yeah, if it was like a sign him and trade him, then.
oh, okay.
So
Well, that'd have to be after the year then. That would have to be Boston signs Sullinger
right, and then trade.
and then
him.
trades them to Sacramento, but then you wouldn't get the Brooklyn pick.
Oh no, I'd have to have the Brooklyn pick.
Well, no, you can still get the Brooklyn pick.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
that'd have to be the only way I think Sacramento would do it.
Okay. Because we're going to do it in season.
Okay, I would not do it.
If we have to do it in this season, Boston has to throw some big contract in with Sullinger for the salaries to work.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you're running the Knicks. I'm running Atlanta.
You are.
Yes. So I say I'm going to give you Dennis Schroeder,
Schroeder.
and you give me Jerry and Grant.
Jerry and Grant.
And that's it.
Really?
Yeah, so I give you Schroeder, who has said, after my 2-year deal here in Atlanta's up, I'm leaving. I want to start somewhere.
Okay.
I want to be a starting point guard. I send you to him. The Knicks, who need a solid starting point guard.
Yeah.
And you're sending me Jerry and Grant, who's a rookie, who's okay right now.
It's okay.
A rookie point guard for Schroeder, who's a solid backup point guard in Atlanta, who really, really wants to start somewhere. And you need a solid starting point guard.
Okay, let me see his stats here. Schroeder,
Now, he comes off the bench in Atlanta, so that's all bench stuff.
for the most part, he started 6 games.
Okay. When Teague's not hurt, he's bench.
He's off the bench. He averages 10 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
He still gets 22 minutes a game.
Yeah. So you're
Yeah.
getting him, and you're just sending me a rookie, Grant, who may or may not be
Yes, I
good.
would probably do that.
Okay,
on the Knicks.
that one could happen.
Yes.
Okay. So that's a pretty easy one.
Okay.
Now, you're running Chicago.
I'm running the Bulls.
I'm
You get
running
Jordan.
No, I'm running Memphis.
You're running Memphis.
Yes. So I come to you, I say, I'm going to give you Zach Randolph.
Zach Randolph.
You got to give me Powell, and then just so the salaries work, Etuan Moore.
Okay, Moore's pretty much a throw in.
Right, so basically Powell for Randolph. So in Memphis, we got both Gasol brothers playing together. You got Powell and Mark together there on the same team.
Powell, 35 years old.
Mm-hmm.
35.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 35.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
You're
You're running
Randolph.
Chicago.
Yeah, you're sending me Randolph, who was 34.
Mm-hmm.
He was born in Indiana, so he might like to play here in Chicago. But Gasol is a center.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Randolph's just a forward who does average 8 rebounds a game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I'm Chicago, I'd probably do that. Yes.
Powell for Zebo. Okay. Another Randolph trade. So I'm still running Memphis.
Okay.
You're now running New Orleans.
New Orleans.
So I say I'm going to give you Randolph. for
You're
Ryan
You're
Anderson.
not getting Davis.
No,
Oh, okay.
Randolph for Anderson.
Ryan Anderson.
And Anderson, who's on the last year of his deal, said, I'm not coming back to New Orleans. I don't want to be here anymore after this year. So,
That's 'cause
you
he's
know
playing-
he's not going to sign with you again.
Yeah, he's playing second fiddle to Anthony Davis.
Right?
He thinks he's good.
Uh-huh.
So I have to give
You
up
know he
Ryan
ain't coming
Anderson.
back.
Oh, you're giving up Ryan. No, I'm
No,
not giving up
you're
Ryan
giving up Anderson. I'm giving you Randolph.
Well, since I know he's not coming back,
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to do the deal, although I don't
Okay.
really want to.
Okay.
But if I can get something for him before I
Mhm.
lose him for nothing,
Mm-hmm.
of course I'd have to do it, yes.
Yeah. Okay, now last one.
Okay.
You're running Sacramento again.
Ooh, back to Sacramento.
I'm running the Knicks.
You're running the Knicks
Yes.
into the ground, okay?
So I say I'm gonna give you Carmelo.
Carmelo Anthony.
But you have to give me Cousins and Collison.
Well, right off just the names, I'm saying no,
Okay.
just because of that.
You get Carmelo, I get Cousins and Collison.
Yeah,
Is a no.
that's a no.
So we're trading high scoring, good offensive players, and you're also giving me here, and also the Knicks are getting a starting point guard that they want.
Yeah, Collison.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm losing. I mean, Sacramento, that's losing 38 points a game,
Yes.
losing 61 minutes a game.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's too much for Anthony,
No.
who is like, I mean, how many more years does he have?
I don't know.
Anthony.
I mean, he's the same draft as Wade and LeBron and Bosh. Was that draft.
So 84, he's 31.
Uh-huh.
So you might get 4 or 5 more years out of him.
Yeah.
But no,
No,
I'm losing
no.
too many points.
Sacramento says no.
Yeah,
Okay.
too many points, too many.
I mean, the
Minutes.
other problem with this is Carmelo does have a no trade clause, so he would have to agree and say, yeah, I want to go to Sacramento.
And he's not going to do that.
Sacramento, probably not. Like maybe like a Chicago,
Maybe. Sacramento.
the Boston one, he might be willing to, maybe.
Yeah, I
but
don't see him going to Sacramento.
Sacramento, probably not. No.
Not as long as Carl was there.
Okay. Do you have any trades you wanted to?
I couldn't think of it.
No?
No.
Okay. Well, that's just what I came up with there. So,
Okay, that's pretty good.
yeah. All right. Well, guess that is our recap here for
Okay,
December.
okay.
So we will be back with NBA end of January.
End of January.
We'll be back next week or the week after. Hold on, let me think. So this Sunday would be week 17, right?
That is correct.
Okay, so we'll be back next week.
With the playoff preview.
Sure.
Okay.
Or probably a season recap.
Season recap plus a playoff
Sure.
preview.
Sure. Around probably like Wednesday-ish,
Okay.
let's say. So join us next Wednesday at our more normal time of about 7:30 or 8 p.m. instead of 3 in the afternoon or
Next
4.
Wednesday.
Next Wednesday for our NFL season recap playoff preview thingy. We'll be back at the end of January with more NBA thing
Yes.
or NBA talk. So thank you for listening, and until then, good